What's going on, YouTube? This is Jim Afanis, and today I want to talk to you guys about Destiny. Is Destiny dead? This video is recorded June 24th, 2015. I'll probably post it a little bit later in the week, and I doubt much will happen with this game right here between now and then. But I want to tell you guys a little bit about what I think what's going on with Destiny, and there's a lot of discussion going on right now. Is the game dead? What's going on? This sort of thing. You know, when Destiny launched, it was such a hype train. I mean, if you go back to my YouTube career, the YouTube shouldn't be in quotes. Career should be in quotes. YouTube's a real thing. My career on YouTube. Anyways, if you go back to that and you look, that's how I started. I started doing videos on Destiny because it was so amazing. I just felt like I had to talk about it. And I played the alpha, I played the beta. Obviously, you guys know my long love history with Destiny. Got the limited edition Destiny PS4, the white one. My wife got it for me for my birthday. And it's amazing. I love it. So I'm a big Destiny guy, and I've defended it. I thought that initially maybe Sony made a bad judgment investing so much in it, but then I played the game, and it was fun. Yeah, it had a lot of shortcomings. It really did when it launched. And even the two expansions, which were clearly written when the game was coming out, they didn't get a chance to incorporate player feedback into making an experience we all wanted with a better story, better loot system, better everything. Now, the loot system they probably still didn't get right, but it's clear, or common knowledge, or whatever you want to call it, that Taken King knocked it out of the park. It was on my best of 2015 list that I think 8 people watch now. But I love the game. It was great, and I think everybody agrees Taken King was really good. It fixed everything. Nathan Fillion came on as Cade 9, stole the show. The story was amazing. The bosses were amazing. All the raids, all the special events, everything that led up to Taken King, glorious, okay? Well, what's happened since then? Not much. And I think that's where I think people are saying, oh my god, Destiny's dead. Now, I'm not one of these people who subscribes to the notion that you have to be married to a game and play only that game every day. Unless it's Halo 5. Because the truth is, there's a lot going on. There's a lot of great games out there. I just did a video on Boy and His Blob, okay? What the is that, right? That's my point. There's so many things out there. There's a lot of great games that are out there. Witcher 2 is now free on Xbox One backward compatibility, which I've been checking out, and I actually really enjoy it. So there's a lot of stuff going out there. This is not the be-all, end-all of life. I don't know why people are making it out to be. I don't know why Destiny's taking a lot of flack on that, because a lot of games go through ebbs and flows. Is Bloodborne dead? Probably. But it was amazing last year. But that's my point, Things are allowed to come and go. Now, Destiny was supposed to be a persistent, ever-evolving, ever-exciting MMO with regularly scheduled content, updates, lots to do, lots to see, make it a fun open world environment for everybody to participate in, have a lot of quests, have a lot of, adventures with your friends, but everybody's done all the adventures. Everybody's already played all the quests, and since then, there's been no proper expansion. Now, does that mean we need to buy an expansion every 10 minutes to make the game fun? No. But clearly, year 2 is very different than year 1, or whatever you want to call it. I like to look at it as like pre-Taken King and post-Taken King, because a lot of the stuff that Destiny has been doing now just doesn't matter anymore. Sparrow Racing League was not really well received. I know a lot of people played it, and for those who enjoyed it, I'm happy for you. I'm not belittling you. Don't take it as an insult, because it's not. It just wasn't for most of us. And yes, I'm the speaker for most of us. No, but it just wasn't. No one cared. The Hallowed End, I don't know what they call it. I think that's what they call it in Warcraft. The Halloween event where you put on the masks. Now they're doing this Valentine's Day Cupid couples mode. They're still fleshing it out. Valentine's Day is coming up soon, so we'll see what comes about that. But it's just like these little one-offs, these little events that just don't really add a lot of gravity to a situation. I mean, if the world is ending and the Traveler's Light is dying, why the hell are we racing around in Sparrows? Warcraft did the same thing. Argent Tournament, was right outside the Lich King's front door. Oh, by the way, this guy can resurrect the dead. He's coming to kill you. But let's set up camp where we can joust outside his evil castle. Okay, so again, games don't have to make sense, right? Good thing they don't, because they don't. But you look at like where Destiny is going and nobody knows, and I think that's what really killed Destiny. You know, there's really no excitement left in what's going on. It's just the normal grind. A lot of the gear has already been gotten. A lot of the adventures have already been had. There's really nothing coming out. There's really no new maps. There's really no new nothing of substance other than these little one-off events. And the one-off events are fun, and I truly appreciate them, but it just goes to show, if you look at the original game and the original experience, kind of it dwindled. And Taken King's been out for a minute. You know, we've kind of gone through it and done it. We need more of that. I don't know what a room full of developers is working on at this point if it's not new content, if it's not new maps, if it's not new challenges or weapons or anything. It's not happening. So I don't think Destiny's dead by any means. And I know that all these people on the forums saying, Destiny's dead, the game sucks, I'm selling it, I'm burning my hard drive. You'll all be back when the next expansion comes out, just like I will, just like everyone else will, because it captured our imagination. And it's one of those games that when the next expansion comes out, you're going to want to play it because everybody's going to be talking about it again. It doesn't have to be relevant 24/7, 365. There's no saga here. There's no crisis here. There's no mama drama here. The game had a really cool expansion. They're going in a slightly bizarre direction, and it's not being well received. They'll adjust course just like they've done before. I hope. Maybe they won't. I would suspect you'll probably hear something about either the next expansion or something around E3. I think until then we're going to just limp. But take it as an opportunity to put the game on the shelf. Go play something else. Destiny will be there when you come back. And you're not really missing anything. What's the point of grinding from light level 300 to 302? It doesn't do anything. It's been kind of played out. You're at the end of the expansion. And just like Warcraft and every other MMO I've ever played, whether it be Rift or whether it be DC Universe Online, when you get to the end game, you park, you sit, you hang out. Hey, see y'all later. For now, the Titan's going to go hang out in the space base, the tower, with Xur once a week. And we're going to shoot the shit and hang out. And it's going to be okay. And the next time something serious comes along, we're going to dust off our helmet. We're going to get right out there and fight the good fight. I didn't think... I kind of thought this would be for me. Now, this is just me personally speaking, not the speaker of all video games, of course, that I would be more into Destiny, particularly with the Iron Banner. But if you guys saw my video that I did when I grinded out Iron Banner last year, I didn't feel rewarded as a player, and I got to see all the PlayStation exclusive gear for this month, and it looks very similar, if not identical, to what it was last month. I didn't really feel that the loot system had been properly addressed, and I didn't feel rewarded as a player. I crushed people. You guys watch my videos, you watch my live stream, you tell me if I didn't smoke faces. And a lot of that had to do with playing a little more twitchy-based shooters and going back to Destiny, which is a little more slow and methodical. Not as bad as Rainbow Six, but somewhere in the middle. So, yeah, I did good, but I didn't really feel rewarded for it. If I did, maybe I'd be back. And that's where I think Destiny really could work on something. You want to work on something, work on the nuances that are currently in the game. If you don't want to get us dedicated servers... okay, I think we've paid you a shit ton of money at this point, where you probably should have them, but okay, you want to still do the peer-to-peer connections, that's fine, but put in some logic that makes them better. Put in some logic that picks me, Mr. Brighthouse 10 million, who can get like freaking, 150 down, 20 up, whatever I have now. Let me be the host. I will make sure your connection is good. You're not going to see no red bars on my ping. I'm green, baby. I'm fully blown, loaded, ready to go. And I think a lot of people are. But for some reason, these slow players really kill the experience. And it takes the professional, fun, excitement out of a game when there's the guy that's just lagging or skipping or it's just an unfun play experience. Fix that. Fix the loot system that has been plaguing this game. Yes, plaguing is an extremely harsh word. plaguing this game since launch. People are still not satisfied with what they get. It's still RNG Palooza. There is nothing of value coming out of these hard-earned grind fests, whether it be Nightfalls, whether it be Xur rolls, whether it be just random stuff. Have a system in place that rewards the player. I'll leave it up to you what it is. As soon as I give a suggestion, 30 y'all are going to downvote me and tell me, oh, 30 people are going to watch my video? No. You guys are all going to downvote me and say, that's a stupid idea. Okay. I don't have a great idea, but we can all agree that the current system stinks. And it's in these lulls, when this is happening in MMOs. This is an opportunity for the game designers to fix the internal nuances of the game. Make shooting a little sharper. Make the load times a little bit crisper. Reinvigorate the HUD. Make things more enjoyable. Constantly give back to and make this a persistent world. And then you won't hear the haters talk about how Destiny is dead again. How Destiny died. A slow death on January, and how everyone is miserable and no one plays the game and everybody's burned it and death to the Titans and Warlocks. No, just make it more make more stuff happen often. Continue. Keep the train rolling. Keep things coming. Hey, we got a new map. Hey, we refixed this. Hey, we're adding a new gun. Hey, we're doing this system. That keeps people talking about it. When you have these persistent MMO worlds where nothing is happening, this is exactly what you get. People start sitting around and saying, nothing's happening, and they move on to the next thing. And like I said, we'll all be back when it's ready. But, it's got to be good. It's got to be Taken King quality. I think we all agree the early expansions, but Taken King was amazing, okay? So I'm sure they're gearing up for something. It'll probably be Destiny 2. I don't even know. We will find out soon enough. I know they're working on something, but there needs to be more discussion about that maybe. You have a very active, very passionate, one of the most passionate fan bases that I've ever encountered in my roamings on the whole World Wide Web, and I'm hearing more negative than positive for the first time in a long time from people I really look up to in the community. Not just the naysayers who just, oh, this sucks, LOL, JK. But, you know, people who legitimately are passionate about the game, who care about the game, they're realizing that it's stagnant and it shouldn't be that way. So do something. Tell us something. But don't have these dopey events because they're not working. I know it takes a while to churn, and you probably already got the next 3 events figured out, but stop after that and work on a proper expansion. Work on fixing the back end of the system. Work on making the game more enjoyable for everyone. Build that foundation up so that when you guys have this amazing new content, when Cade 6 calls us calls us back, or Commander Zavala calls us back, we're ready to go to war, our system's in place, and it'll be more fun. And I think everyone will appreciate that. And I think people will come back and say, oh, wow, this has changed significantly since I've played it. It's not like, oh, yeah, I remember this. This is the part where we get lag in Crucible. This is the part where we go to Iron Banner and our rewards suck. No one wants that, okay? So keep up the good work, guys, at Bungie. Keep up the good work, all my friends on the forums. The hatred will flow. Let it come. It'll be here. There's nothing you can do about it. But is the game dead right now? Absolutely not. As always, I want to thank you all for watching. And until next time, I will see you guys on the other side.